Well, welcome in, hockey fans in the desert Southwest. This is an exciting time in Las Vegas, Nevada. Exciting time for the world of hockey. As you can see, my next guest been on with me before when we started talking about this earlier. Jeff Holbrook is with me with ReliveTheMiracle2020.com. Jeff, we're what, 2 weeks and a day away from the big weekend?
Don't remind me. yeah, we're 2 weeks away tomorrow, so it's there's a lot going on, and it's very exciting, and you can certainly feel the excitement and, frankly, the tension starting to build. So it's but it's a great weekend. Everybody's excited, including the players themselves, which is most important.
You know what's really unique is that the Vegas Golden Knights have been gone for so long now on the road. They're coming back to play tomorrow night, and then they're going to be on the road again for a couple of games. Then they'll be back again. And there's the weekend of February 22nd is when it's all happening. It's all happening here. We're at UNLV on the campus, and Thomas and Mack is the spot, right?
Thomas and Mack on Saturday, the 22nd of February at 2 o'clock, and it's it's basically an interactive. The way I've been explaining it to people lately is it's sort of like an ESPN 30 for 30, except it's live.
Right.
So, we'll have video and special guests, including Al Michaels, coming to the show, and basically everybody sharing their experiences and also hearing from the players themselves the stories we might not have heard before. And it's more than just who scored them and who shot them and who saved them. It's about, this is what Herb was saying. This is what we remember from this, and this is how it all happened. So there's a bunch of stories there that people have never heard. I promise you that. And so it's a really, really great experience, and it's a cheap ticket, and it's a chance to hear a bunch of things that you've never heard before from that great moment.
And the big thing on that, as you just mentioned, the tickets are still available, so you can still get them online at the website or Thomas and Mack Center, correct?
Correct. Yep. There's still tickets available, going fast, but still available, and we're really looking to fill. It behooves me to tell people let's buy and let's fill it, because
right.
Certainly the event, the players themselves, and the 40th anniversary of such a great moment certainly deserves a full building. So we're trying to get there. So please buy.
Okay, so we know that we want people here. We know who's coming here, right? Pretty much the entire team, with the exception of the obvious deceased, and then the ones that may not be able to make it, but in pretty good shape with numbers.
Oh yeah, everybody that's able to be there is going to be there, and so it's going to be trying to explain to people it's a completely different. You can have Jim Craig or Mike Eruzione or whoever it is speak, but it's just a different thing when they all get together. Right. It just is. There's a magic there that you can't reproduce anywhere else. So having all the team there, including Craig Patrick and the Brooks family being represented, et cetera, you'll feel that magic for sure.
And that's the beauty of it, right? The magic 40 years ago, this was real life living magic. And, you and I have talked earlier about just how much it's affected the game of hockey, especially in the United States, but it continues to do it as we see Vegas getting an American Hockey League team now. And all of this really started 40 years ago, didn't it?
Well, yeah, and I think just about anybody you talk to, either from that era or now, recognizes their influence on the game. I recently saw a YouTube video with Wayne Gretzky, and he mentioned it, way back then. And it's just like, it awoke, the competitive spirit in a country, in a sport that they might not have all been familiar with before, and so you can't even put into perspective the influence that moment and obviously it was perpetuated with the movie Miracle and the influence all of that has had on the game, and it's obviously been for the better. I mean, that's American players and the game just in general, and awareness throughout the United States, where it isn't as regionalized as it once was, and right. So it's pretty much across the country. So it's been great to see the growth.
We've been doing a podcast every 2 weeks, touching on 4 players each week. We got one more to go, and we wanted to highlight you a little bit to see what we're getting close to it. But as we were going through it, we were talking about the players and what they did in their careers and what they're doing now, and kind of the here and there. And what really hit me was 40 years is a long time, right? But the jump from 40 to 50 years, how many of these guys would be available and be able to, relive the miracle, if you will, in 10 more years? 40 years is kind of a magic number, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're lucky and thankful, as all of us on this earth should be and usually are, to be here, to be able to do it, to have as many guys as we do that are still here, and only one player, Bob Suter, and of course Herb Brooks, who have passed away. But to have the significant number that we do, we've got to take advantage of every day we have. But certainly to have them available for this event is, it'll never happen again the way it's happening now.
All right, let's count it down one more time. Friday night they come in for a private event with the Golden Knights, who you've told me all along have really taken the lead and stepped up and helped in the production and everything of this. But Friday night it's Golden Knights special event with their season ticket holders, and then where do we go from there?
Well, after Friday night, it's 2:00 at the Thomas and Mack for the Relive the Miracle event on Saturday, and then after that event, they'll be going to the Golden Knights game that night against the Florida Panthers, and they'll be honored on the ice, and basically there to have a good time as well. But they'll be honored, and they'll show different things throughout the night to basically culminate the weekend. Although on Sunday, there's a new twist to it. The team is going to be honored at the Las Vegas Speedway, as they're going to be honored at the race, the NASCAR race, the Las Vegas race here. So there's a little bit of everything. You come up that weekend, you're going to get plenty of Miracle, that's for sure.
Okay, I see your shirt. So I know there's merchandise out there. Also been on the website. You can buy a lot of different memorabilia, but there are some special things. Are there any special things that are still left, like the tables and things that you were talking about around and events that people can get involved in, or are those all gone by now?
Well, to me, there's merchandise and there's general admission tickets as well. But to me, for the big time Miracle fan, the once in a lifetime, those offers we get, credit card offers we get to say, behind the scenes. The VIP packages, which go for $500 and $250, gets you everything you could ever want. It's behind the scenes with the guys. You get to hang out with them before. You get to hear the stories. You get pictures with them and the medal, and you get a gift. You get the T-shirts. You get the VIP pass. You're on the floor. You have the best seats. So for the big time Miracle lovers, that's probably the way the thing that of all of the things, that's the thing that nobody else can get.
And you can still get those? There's still some available?
There still are some available, yes.
Okay, so we're counting down to Relive the Miracle 2020.com is the website. Get there, get Thomas and Mack Center, get your tickets, get them wherever you need to get them, but get them, right? Because as we get closer, we know how these events go, right? I mean, there's a walk-up demand, and people seem to show up, especially in Vegas. Hockey has become king.
Absolutely, and we, as a country, as a city, and as a person, I just feel that we really want to fill that building and make those guys understand what they've meant to this country, to the game, and to everybody. So hope to see everybody there.
All right, I want to close it out with just one thing that I always like to talk about in this, is that I grew up in the era, right? I saw it. I remember where I was. I remember watching it. I have personal friends that are on the team. But I look back at this whole new group of millennials that only know the Miracle from the movie. Mm-hmm. And this is a unique setting in the fact that you're going to bring both of those groups together.
Yeah, you know what? We're proud of that too. Talking with Patrick Dempsey, who played, he played Mike Ruzioni in the movie, and some of the other guys that are going to be coming, and they're proud to be part of it. It's like it's just such a feel-good story, and just to have any little part of it in your involvement in it just makes you feel good, and it makes you. And they're honored to have been part of the movie that perpetuated it, and they certainly love the guy. So to bring everybody together, along with Al Michaels and along with some of the other celebrities that are coming, it's going to be a super night.
All right, Jeff, thanks for stepping in with me again on short notice. It's always nice to visit with you. It's going to be even more important when you listen to the podcast that you're going to be able to hear you talking about it with some of the guys that are going to finish it up, and we got some special ones because this is the final one leading up to it. So we're looking forward to it. Jeff Holbrook is with me. Thanks again for the time, and everybody get down here to Thomas and Mack Center.
Thank you very much for everything.